Well, as I record this, it's hoving on towards evening and perhaps supper time. We often get these enticing little flyers through our door with the postman. Pizza takeaways, all sorts of takeaways, Indian takeaways, Chinese takeaways. They look very delicious and they say free delivery. Except to our part of the postcode, you can't get them delivered. Not Deliveroo, not Just Eat, not Uber Eats, not nobody. You've got to go and collect it yourself. But it's worth it. Because sometimes only a sweet and sour will do. One that looks, perhaps, a bit like this. The essential ingredient is the seasoning and the sauce. This is one sort of sweet and sour. Others are also available. You can have them with varieties of meat or fish or prawn or vegetable. But it is sweet and it is sour. That doesn't apply to everything, does it? There's the good old chow mein. Well, chow mein is noodles and something else. But a pile of vegetables on their own, just without any sauce or seasoning, is a little unpalatable. And just a pile of strips of beef or prawns is also not terribly enticing. It's mixing them together and getting the balance between the ingredients that makes a great meal. And there's that mystery of something that can be so good while it is both sweet and sour. It sort of defies obvious explanation. It's a paradox, a contradiction. And yet somehow the Christian life is often portrayed in this way. We've talked before in these thoughts for the day of the hymn writer William Cowper, who in his hymn God Moves in a Mysterious Way wrote the couplet, "The bud may have a bitter taste, but sweet will be the flower." The two of them somehow side by side and forming the whole of the bittersweet experience. And it's perhaps something we can relate to those moments of transition, when something that we planned for a long time finally arrives, and it's glorious, and it's special, and it's everything we wanted it to be. A bit like this. But then as we leave, there's that sort of, what now? Bit of a letdown. As the afterglow fades, so we begin to look back at the experience in a different way. It's sour, sweet, bitter, sweet. The whole somehow tastes good. It's the now, but not yet. It's the revealed, but not quite yet achieved. It's the promise, but we can see that at the moment, perhaps, through a glass very darkly. And both are part of our life together in Christ. It is a bittersweet life. It is a sweet and sour life, this side of glory. Listen, if you will, to the psalmist, and then to the Apostle John. First, from Psalm 30. Sing praises to the Lord, O you his faithful ones, and give thanks to his holy name. For his anger is but for a moment. His favour is for a lifetime. Weeping may linger for the night, but joy comes with the morning. As the Apostle John writes in his first epistle, Beloved, we are God's children now. What we will be has not yet been revealed, What we do know is this: when he is revealed, we will be like him, for we will see him as he is. Revealed and not yet, sweet and sour. And we can take those stages in our stride, because the completion of each stage has a satisfaction in itself, as somebody, though not perhaps a saint, was practically perfect in every way found out. I'm going to leave you with a short poem by the priest and poet George Herbert. And quite appropriately, it's called Bitter Sweet. Ah, my dear angry Lord, since thou dost love, yet strike, cast down, yet help afford, sure, I will do the like. I will complain, yet praise. I will bewail, approve, and all my sour sweet days I will lament and love.